But this is a transition. Everything, we don't want to stay stagnant. I will still continue to be doing one-on-ones, but we're going to transition and move from being in Facebook Messenger to going over to Discord. There are a lot of pros and cons that comes with going to Discord, and there's a lot of pros and cons with still staying on Facebook Messenger. But I saw this as an opportunity for, again, me as a solo person in Kbdb to grow when Court reached out and presented the opportunity to come on as another teacher inside of his Discord. I don't lose my clients. I gain more clients and regain a lot more tools. So I wanted to show you all. Everybody's just like, oh, this is not, it's higher than the price that I was paying. Can I afford this? What do I get? How does this benefit me? What if I just want, I just want what you give and not what somebody else gives. I just want the price that I have. What on an individual basis, we could talk about, if there's a situation as far as cost, but cost is what it costs. The Discord group under Court is $250 a month. It's well worth it. It could be worth $1,000 for all of the information that's provided, all of the tools that are provided. But it is $250. All of my clients that are in my Facebook group, you all are being grandfathered in under $100 price point. Now, again, if that does not work for you and you want to leave, that's fine. The Facebook group will stay open just for one-on-one contact and questions there. But I will be June 1st exclusively calling and giving guidance in the Discord. So if you're already in the Discord under me, we can talk with Cord about getting you under my plan. If you're not already, all you have to do is sign up for Discord through the link that I provide, and then send me your Discord email and your Discord name, and we'll give you full access. So I want to let you all see what the Discord looks like, all the opportunities that y'all have and resources outside of there, and also introduce Court so he can tell you a little bit about him and his vision with the Discord and what I will bring over there and how that'll be an asset for all of y'all. So Court, are you here?
I am. Can you guys see me? Okay. What's up, guys? Hope everyone is well. I know many of you worked with you guys in the past. And if we're new to each other, I just want to say welcome. And I'm so grateful and so thankful to have you guys. When I reached out to Chaz, it was really an easy decision. Everything I do is about growth and bringing value to every space that I occupy. Not only for you guys, but for the people around me, instructors and otherwise. And Chaz, I would consider her to be a master teacher, an amazing analyst, and a peer, most importantly, a peer, somebody who I like as a person, who I also respect, and and whose work is just incredible. I remember when she started to branch out on her own, and we spoke about this recently, and she reminded me, I think, what were you charging initially? Like $40, 30 something dollars? I don't remember. Some amount of money that I just
like
knew was a
$30,
steal.
$20 or $30.
Like $30. And she said that she would honor it at any point, and it would be an opportunity to be grandfathered into her. I sent her the money. I told her, I don't really need a consult. I'm pretty good right now. But one day I'll need a consult from you, and I want to, be sure to catch you at your IPO. And I specifically remember mentioning to her, like, I gotta catch you at your IPO, because I know that there will be a day that comes where things will be going so well for you, things will be so huge, it would be a challenge for me to get you on the phone otherwise. One day she'll be charging $10,000 an hour, and that's when I'm gonna hit her up like, remember that $35 I sent you 10 years ago? Like, yeah, I'm gonna need to redeem that right now. And I'm looking forward to that day also. But we'll go over everything in Discord. One of the things I like about Discord, and every analyst has their own options. There's a few of us there now, but we can make channels read only, or we can have it so that there's discourse and you guys are able to text and type in the channels with us as well. I know for most of my channels, I maintain them or keep them read only, but it's only because we have people who go in and out. They go in and out throughout the day and throughout the session. And if I put something up, I wouldn't want them to miss it because there's a comment or a conversation that proceeds. I think the most important thing, though, I can show you guys, and I can actually have Chaz do it when she goes on, and we'll go through it together. I'm going to show you guys how to mute certain channels. It's a lot of notifications. I do everything here from upgrades and downgrades in the morning to following the tail of the tape to paying attention to what institutions are doing. It's really a one-stop shop for me. Even have news and Twitter things populated to the group. And it can be a little convoluted. It can get annoying. Like even my mom was like, yo, turn off these notifications for this thing you got going. You know, she wants to support. She doesn't even trade, but she's in the group, of course. But she was like, this is overwhelming. And I get that. And when we spoke about like cons and downside, that was definitely one of them. It's something to consider. But I've been trading for a while now, and as I see the dichotomy and trading kind of evolve and AI and information being prompted quickly becoming a bigger and better thing, we'll get used to it and we'll adjust. But it's very important, especially in this market where sometimes we're scalping SPY or ES for 2 to 3 points, that we have information readily available and prompted to us up to the minute, up to the second. So I'll leave it over to Chaz. And once again, guys, just thank you. And I appreciate you all. I'm here to help. And please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me, ask a question, make a suggestion, or just say what's up. Like, this is all I do. You guys are my peers. You guys are my coworkers. So I love the water cooler talk. So never hesitate to reach out or speak to me. It means a lot to me. Oh, and shout out to Brianna. Brianna, I found out, is from Yonkers, New York as well. She like grew up like down the street, or she's from down the street. Small world, real small world. And somehow she found Chaz. So blessings all around. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Court. So I'm gonna get right to it and share. And Court, you can hop in, because I don't know every channel that there is to use, and
Let's talk about it.
most of mine are muted, or you can share whichever way you want to do it.
Oh, I
So,
think muting them is very important. What I would do is, Chaz, I would have you scroll down to your
okay.
channel, and I would have people
Hold on,
going
there we go.
right click that.
Oh, right click.
Yep.
I don't have a mouse. I'm on a Mac. Is that still right click? I don't
I
know.
think
There.
it's like 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Yes, notification settings. We want all messages for Chaz's channel. Everything Chaz says, we want to know what it is. He doesn't talk just for the sake of talking. But if we can, let's go to where it says, yeah, and we'll have your channel, all your things on. But let's go to something where like it says investing, or even where the news is, and let's right click that.
Is it
Options
up?
flow. Any of these channels.
Okay. Said news. Okay, we got news.
Yeah. And you can click the tab above it. And we can right click that. Mute category. Mute category until I turn back on. You guys don't need all that. You don't want all that. And maybe you do. Maybe you want it just to go off until you're ready to trade in the morning. But it's very important that I show you guys this feature, because this is the biggest complaint I get. Too many notifications, too much going on, too many people typing. Cool, I feel you, I get that. I have these things muted as well. Let me say it again. I have these channels muted as well. I will go through them and I'll look and search them periodically, but I have these channels muted as well. But if we can hit the drop-down menu again where it says news, I'll show you guys one of my favorite features. Something that I look at throughout the day is the upgrades and the downgrades.
Here.
Right click off that. You're gonna close that tab that says Mark. Yeah, hit the drop-down menu on news. It'll say upgrades, downgrades, analyst grades, etc. And we can jump to the most recent. This channel might be inactive now. It might be in analyst grades. Yeah, look at analyst grades.
Right here.
Not to the
Oh,
left.
analyst. Oh, okay, the channel.
Yep,
Got you.
that channel. Amazing information.
The most.
Amazing information. Something that I use daily. Right there.
How do
Prompted
you use this for? What is this for?
Well, when I'm looking at this is the same as upgrades and downgrades. I'm looking to see which institutions have rated certain companies as a buy, a sell, or a neutral company. So here we can see with Win that this morning it received an analyst grade of overweight from Barclays, which is the same as being overpriced. If we look, and maybe we can just Google Win stock, I imagine that the share price dropped today. Now, when we're talking about analyst firms, institutions, banks, and VC firms, it's important to keep in mind that everyone is not created equal. If a company like Barclays is pretty good, that's actually up, but they're
Yeah.
saying it's going to drop or that it's overbought. Barclays is good, but of course, like if Morgan Stanley says you're underpriced or underweight, Goldman Sachs says you're underweight, things of that nature, some of the bigger institutions, you can imagine that in that day, in that session, that the share price is going to climb. Share price is going to go up. It's the same as receiving an upgrade. And this is something that I track throughout the day, throughout the session, and even look at pre-market. One of my favorite features with the group, especially as I'm trading, intraday, is you type in the search bar, can we just type Apple AAPL? Enter. Everything Apple related throughout the day is prompted. So if you see there at the top, we had a sweep, large call sweep. We can see the strike price, the expiration, and how much the premiums were, how much people spent on Apple. What's 13:59 in military time? Is that 1:59, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, I think 159.
1:59. I imagine that Apple's share price, or at least that specific contract, it climbed around 1:59, 2 o'clock to start the afternoon session. Stock
Based on SPY, I'm sure it did. SPY took off too.
Yep, there we go. These are things that I use throughout the day. 10 a.m., we got another large call sweep. $318,000 for the 170 strikes going out to January 2024. For me, I would say that's large bullish sentiment coming out of this week, Friday. That's something that I would look at for us, where I'd be like, okay, 318,000. I would kind of start to do my research, go in and look and see what institutions are buying and selling. Below that, though, it looks like we had somebody sell Apple or buy a put. So we see 616 on the put side. So they're probably assuming that it's going to drop now into the intermediate and then climb again going later into the year. And these are just tools and things that we use. But these are, once again, things that I would suggest that you guys mute. And when you're ready to look at it, you can always have information prompted. What's something else that you guys traded today?
I only looked at SPY. So that was my whole thing for them today. And that's what I exclusively call for them.
Perfect.
And that's what I want them to be comfortable with. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too much over here." This is the way you mute it, and but there are just signals. Court will give a signal. It's just a straight signal to call what you get into, so you don't have to look at everything. It's like that's going to be too overwhelming for me, and we can create the channel where I have one separate for us to talk in, and the other one is just straight um the
You just
signal. And I know you
work.
all have been having problems with that. It's like I missed it, or it wasn't here. I didn't see it. I don't have enough time. You see how courts call out is right here, SPX and the amount, no stop. Cool. There's no conversation. There's nothing for you to scroll up and miss. Now, if we want to talk about it, you can go down to the small account chat and you can ask some questions about that. And he can add that to my channel too. We can have a water cooler session. That way we can continue to still conversate about it, ask questions, report wins, but all of the
Yes.
price action or what we're doing, getting into the trade signal lotto, that can be in a separate channel where we're not, missing out on anything.
Yes, that's one of the greater benefits. I mean, yeah, even when I started, before I moved over to Discord, and I know a few guys were part of it, I was in Messenger as well, but it just became way too convoluted for people to maintain and to keep up with. One good thing that's really cool as well about Discord, though, is in the search bar, you can type FROM, and I believe semicolon or whatever that is. Is that a semicolon? The other one above that, hit shift and then hit that same button. I forgot what that symbol is called. And we can type chastity, CHA, and your name should pop up. There we go, straight from Chasing Bags, Chaz, and see everything Chaz has said, even sometimes going back to the beginning of the server. If you ever just want to drop in, say you have 15 minutes, say you're on your lunch break, say you just want to take a trade real quick to go into the afternoon session, yo, let's just see what Chaz posted from Chastity. And you'll see everything she said in the group at any point. This even goes back until when she was a member, maybe a
Yeah,
year or
when I
two.
was just straight a member. So
Yeah,
we got some time back. Um,
perfect.
so I've been in here. I've been a part of Court's community, traded with them, did very well, then branched off. Again, it got distracting for me to be able to call for you all and look for his trades. And you want to keep everything kind of separate, not trying to overstep on the trades that they call, because we may call similar trades. So, I took a step away, but now we can come together and collaborate. And this is what I'm saying. When I'm in a meeting, again, I still work 9 to 5. The goal is to retire and trade, 24/7 or, full time. But I'm not able to do that right now. So if I hop in a meeting, then that's money we're missing. But we still have all these other moguls and analysts here in Court daily market report. This is one I really want to touch on.
Mm,
Get a report in the morning. Like some people are just like, what do I trade today? You can come into the DMR and look at particular trades that have already been set up that have high probability of doing well. Now, I've already taught majority of you the ATR strategy. Use that when you come here because you're getting a specific breakdown in the morning of the market. Now you need to know where that contract price can go. So you're going to use that other tool that I gave you, which is your ATR, to get a range of where that contract can go in that price action. So this is already like preset, baked in for you. Like I wake up and make my coffee every morning. Hey, you can come here, look at these, take one of those 2 trades and go on about your day. Most people are done in the first couple of minutes if they take these trades. You can also wait until the market settles and then see where to get in on those trades. You also got day trade, swing. So it's pretty much a lot for whatever type of trading style that you have. And again, that takes more pressure off of me. Court is running this all by himself, so he's bringing us in to alleviate some of that weight too, and that alleviate weights for me. We can come in and take 1 or 2 spy trades, and then we can sit back and watch everybody else who's trading take some of their trades. This is going to help grow our portfolios tremendously without
definitely.
all the work. Like working and trading as a community, trading by yourself is just not fun. Like you don't have anybody else to feedback off of, talk to about those trades. Now you have a community base that's looking at the same thing you're doing, trading the same thing you're trading. We're all having phenomenal wins. There is a winning trades channel. If you think you missed something, if you think it's not any value here, come into this channel and scroll up before you make your purchase and see what people are doing. This is today. I'm actually mad about this because I sold this contract the
Oh
other.
yeah.
Yeah, I sold it because it had dropped past my threshold.
You
Um,
know, today was full of meetings for me. So I took trades yesterday and I swung trades yesterday that would make it trades that I knew were gonna be able to be cashed out this morning and I could take my morning off. I
and I
told Chess one of the greatest things about being able to work with her and our other analysts is that I might be able to take a vacation for real. Like, and vacation for me the last few years has just been trading from a beach or another location. But to really be able to take some time off, I maybe, possibly if I'm able, if I know how or remember how to take a day off, is a blessing. Another really big tool though, and something that I think is great is like sentiment, market sentiment. There's been times where I've called a call, Tim called a call, Chaz called a call, and I just knew like, all right, this shit about to go up. Like we all see the same thing. This is a very high probability setup. I'm very comfortable with this trade. I might even walk away from this one for a little bit because I know it's gonna go up because they said it's gonna go up as well. So you guys are gonna really enjoy being part of it. It's a great group, great community. We also do some things with some credit and some debit spreads. I'm gonna be expounding on that. I know that I think DTI is going to be coming in and helping me with some of this channel, and Modest and Tasia, really good traders as well. Hopefully they'll be joining us soon, and that's like insider information, something I'm working on in the background. And then we have the small account chat. I try to keep those contracts on about $100 or so. Our swing trades, pretty self-explanatory. And in the day trades channel, that's where you'll mostly find that I'm trading SPX throughout the session. I don't know if you guys trade SPX and it moves or it's pretty much a precursor to SPY. Much more volatile, but another great tool.
What brokerage do you trade SPX under?
I like to use E-Trade. E-Trade is my first love.
Do you
Everything
know if
else.
I can trade it on Fidelity or on TD?
Uh-huh. TD is cool. I have an account with them also. I like TD, or I like the brokerage itself because of the bank. I can usually get my money deposited, like instant deposits almost if I go into a branch as far as like my brokerage goes. TD is cool. Um, but I've just been using E-Trade for so long, like since it used to cost like $14 a transaction. I've been trading for that long. But like I
Gotcha.
used to pay brokerage fees, each way. Um, and then let's see if we can we scroll down to the bot channel? I'm gonna rename this channel something something AI or some shit like that.
Ask
But
the
this
bot or
ask a bot. Yeah, we can go to ask a bot, or we can even look at the bot commands and see some of the things that we'll be able to prompt. And each of you guys will have access to this as well.
this
What do
makes
we do?
searching so much easier. Like you don't have to go and search 30 different charts. You can get the information right here in your hands.
And what I wanted to do too for our members and our traders was make it where they can cancel some of those other subscriptions. I was paying for an equity calendar clock. I was paying for websites to get information as far as what institutions were trading. I was paying for a site that told me what Congress was buying and selling. I was paying for a site that told me, which contracts were like the most purchased or, and to get settlement. Um, yeah, we can go over how to use the bots. I have a bot command channel here as well with all the prompts. But can we scroll up a little bit?
Sure.
And yeah, there's info on how to read the bots. And I'll show you guys how to use it. I think similar to like reading a chart, you kind of just get used to it and it becomes much easier. Yo, take that to your room. Um, so one of the things that we can look at is let's take the top one. Let's type TR big flow symbol. And you can just copy that, Chaz, that first command.
And let's do alpha.
Yeah,
That's it.
type it. Yeah, let's do it in the Escabot channel so that they're able to look at this
Oh,
later.
okay.
And I'll repost it there. And I also have like a graphic for it. There we go. Let's click that. Apple biggest flows. So if you guys were to look at this, what could we say about Apple just based on this on the day? Mostly calls being
We got some
purchased.
calls.
Very bullish on the day. Institutions bought calls. You can see the total premiums. Wow. Wow. That 100, 105
Yeah.
strike price steep in the money. We can
Hmm.
see institutions are buying that. And if they're buying that and they're going out to June, they probably intend to execute that trade. They're going to purchase those shares or they're going to purchase Apple at a discount, which is going to be $100 a share. And by the time it's, expires, Apple might be trading, closer to like 160, 170, 180. Um, it's really a position you can't lose in. Let's take a look at another one. And it can be for any company, any symbol. I think it works for SPY as well. Let's get rid of the symbol, type SPY. There we go.
This one's a little off because it just I know people are set now because they think SPY is gonna come down. That's what I swung a put today and I don't swing SPY, but I was just like it ran so hard. I think it's gonna pull
Mhm.
back. So I don't know if this was afternoon, but if everybody was in the position like me, they're just like it's overbought on so many time frames. It's time to get a put. But it's like I'm getting earlier and earlier and it's still running away. But it was a nice day.
Well, the timestamp is there. It lets you know what time those polls or those institutions purchased those specific contracts. So 1401 is 201.
So yeah, this
Kind
is
of
like
to the
easy.
close. We saw a fly 450 put being purchased. Somebody spent $4 million.
Sheesh.
Sheesh, I'm
Maybe I
looking at
get this 393 down here for
yeah, and
July. That's a
yes, and
little
I'm looking
scary.
at the expirations. We can see though that even though SPY ran today, most of the puts that were purchased as far as large block purchases are after today.
Hmm.
519, 616, 818. And we also saw a big, large put purchase for Apple around 818. So like she said, it's probably a little bit overbought. Gonna probably see a sharp pullback there or a gap down. But this is just a way to have a lot of information prompted. What I would do looking at this information, maybe somebody was thinking like, yo, the market is gonna run and run and run and run. It's hot. I'm bullish. Let me buy a bunch of calls on SPY. I would see this and be like, I'm gonna sit out. Leave my cash in reserves. Remember, guys, when you're trading, cash is also considered a position. I tell people all the time, they'll be like, "What are you in right now?" Yo, I'm cash heavy, bro. I might be sitting on like a little Apple call or something, but I'm cash heavy. And that's always a position to consider as well. If you're not sure, if you're getting disseminating information, if you just want to take a wait and see approach, like cash is a position. And seeing this information here, I wouldn't swing SPY calls past tomorrow. Stay away. And I would look for a sharp pullback before Friday, which is a witching week as well. And we talk about witching weeks. So
Yeah, I'll
VIX
probably
call,
out at the
SPY.
open. We're down, like we weren't down a whole lot out, so I'll see how pre-market goes and go
Mhm.
ahead and get out of it and then reposition. A lot of people don't understand how to reposition. So again, you'll see court saying take a small position. You might they get, 2 or 3 contracts, and then you can scale in and out of that position, taking your profit at will. I know some of us on the call are still at 1 or 2 at one contract, and that's fine. But you will see the setup and the transitions and those call outs in those areas. Again, it's just a lot of opportunity. Again, I only call SPY. We missed some plays on Apple. We could have definitely got into Apple as we were watching SPY run up. So those are other opportunities. Somebody else may see that breakout and call that. You can catch them both.
So let's see how we do typically on SPY. Let's look at the seasonality for SPY. And we could type TR seasonality.
Do a dash.
Yeah, dash seasonality, I believe it is. And then SPY.
I spelled that right.
Let's see if it worked. Yes, let's click that. Let's open that up. Let's look at this chart together. Funny thing about it, and why I really like this as well, is because we not only get monthly seasonality, we also get daily. SPY tends to go up on Thursdays, tends to move down on Tuesdays. Market tends to open up higher on Monday mornings. People are bored. Market is closed on the weekend. You can usually catch a nice run up Monday morning. But what do you guys see there for June? It just about correlates with those puts that we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Those large put premiums going out to June, July, August. People are expecting a pullback here. So we're in May, and we can see that we're actually down from last month, which correlates with this perfectly. And we know they call May walk away May. And in
Mm-hmm.
June, SPY tends to, around that mid-year mark, see a really, really strong pullback. We expect around what's the third Friday? 6/17 is the witching week. In June, we should expect a pullback there. We can get VIX calls, SPY puts, just based off the information in front of us. And then we should see it kind of start to climb. And it usually has its best month around July. If we look at Apple seasonality, it'll probably correlate to about the same thing as SPY. It's probably going to look a lot of the same way.
So if you
And these
get pulled
days,
back in your whole shares, you're kind of okay. You see how
mhm,
the market's going to bounce back. So most
mhm.
people who are swing traders are thinking like, what do I do? Should I hold it? Should I let it go? Just kind of sit still, and you should recover for July.
Yes, there's so many different strategies and so many different things you can do.
And play puts. If you're not comfortable with your puts, this is the time to get that opportunity for some put game going into July. It's not that we don't trade it. Like most people look at this, I'm not going to trade. No, we just going to trade puts. Market sell, we sell with it. We make the money up or down. I like that. I like that tool. Again, I'm not familiar with how to use all the tools, so this is new for me.
Yes, I'm gonna
With
do a big thing on it, a big class, and I'll talk a little bit more about AI and trading. But I always give the example of like my lived experience, like being in school and I'm 35 and them just drilling long division into us, drilling and drilling long division. And the idea was that we needed to learn long division because what if we didn't have access to a calculator? You needed to be able to do the math. Then the cell phone dropped and made all of that bullshit. Everybody has a calculator on them 24/7. Because we walk around with a calculator on us and they no longer teach long division. I feel like we're cutting edge and we're ahead of the curve. And I know for a fact, a year or two from now, people will not be trading without AI. People will not trade without having information prompted. I saw somebody mention like, yo, SPY not even making sense. Like, we need more tools. We need more tools. And there's nothing wrong with expounding on your knowledge base or, you know, equipping yourself with different things to, make your setups and your trading higher probability. In trading, as you guys know, we can never eliminate risk, but everything we do, every class we take, every method or step we take is all about just lowering risk a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And that's what we want to do. And that's where the bots help us as well. Tim is another guy. He did the class about 2 weeks ago. He did an amazing job. He trades with us daily. You guys will have access to his work.
And
Investing recipe, she
this
does a little bit more. Yes, and he does this every day before market open. He drops a watch list where you guys will be able to set your levels in your brokerage on your trading view app. Um, let's look at the social spike. And well, first, let's right click where it says options flow, UOA, the category, and let's mute that shit. Let's quiet that.
mute the whole. Oh crap!
Yep. Right click that, mute the whole thing.
It muted it.
You're already perfect. You want to mute that whole category. I don't want you guys to ever feel overwhelmed or miss out on something because you're getting information that you may not necessarily want. I mean, that's what you pay us for. Maybe you don't care about insider trades and dark pool and what's being mentioned in Wall Street bets and on Twitter, and that's fine. I'm more than happy to track that for you. I am the solution to that problem. We are the solution to that problem. But here, you guys, as you saw, you can mute it and you guys can still come back and check it whenever you want. So what is something that was mentioned? Let's scroll down. What's this company? Symbol AI. I don't trade that.
I don't either. We got
Apple. Sentiment is bearish. We saw all those puts being purchased, even though it was climbing today. And what time was that? That was about an hour or two ago, 5:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yep. And we can see the mentions, 182 mentions on the day.
I'm liking, again, these tools help me get to the information faster. It helps us call the trades faster. We get more confirmation. Right now, I was just depending on charts. Now I have more data. And now
Yes.
we just to get confirmation and boom, we can be confident in our trades, stay in them longer. I know a lot of people on the call have entry and exit problems. This alleviates those problems. You get real-time data. Yeah, I know
Yes.
I can get in now. Okay, we're clearing out, we're closing this or we're cutting this contract. Clear information on when to get in, when to get out, so you're not second guessing yourself. Again, we do the work here for you. And it makes trading a lot easier. I know Court will be doing some active trading in some of his where you can kind of copy the trade or do one signal. We're making it where this can be as easy as possible for us to make more and more money and get our time back with our family. And that's what I want. I don't want to spend all my time looking at the chart to get you to two or three trades. Now we can get 10 to 15 trades a day. And at any point in time, just hop out. You can hop in, hop out. You can have the Discord on your phone. You can have it on your desktop. However you want to do it, separate, monitor. And we're going to just keep rocking again. June 1, I'll be over here exclusively.
Lit. I'm
And
excited.
we will make a lot of money. And it's just not about the money. It's about the education side too. I know a lot of people on my side, they're like, I just want to straight trade. I like your education and I'll still be able to educate you all in the chat. And then we still just take straight trades. I want to, separate that, keep that communication going though. But again, I don't want to keep y'all here long. I wanted to give y'all a brief overview of what was behind the doors, why we're moving, what's so, exciting about being over here versus what we have. I can't drop this data in Facebook. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to be able
Yeah, it is
to.
not practical.
Yeah, half of these channels do cost money to the system that Court has built. So we're
Yes,
getting
I pay for
that
these
for
monthly.
pennies on the dollar. So
These are
you're getting
monthly
access to
services.
this when you want to be up late night charting and going down the rabbit holes. All of these channels help you do that. So I just want to open the floor and answer any questions. You know, you can ask court questions because he's going to be there too. So I want y'all to be comfortable talking to me, talking to court, any of the analysts that are on here. They're going to be available to help you all. It won't just be like, well, I learned from Chaz first. I'm only going to listen to her. Now it again, it's community trading.
That works
We're gonna
too.
get the knowledge from all over. And there are going to be Forex people. There are people who trade ES, trade futures, all of those different markets. So this
We
is
have
going to give
crypto
you
as
that
well.
crypto
We
as
have,
well.
and
We
I
got
trade on the weekends. If you scroll down, you'll see that there's a crypto bot, and I use that on the weekends sometimes when it's slow.
crypto
Crypto,
bot or signal.
it'll say crypto signals, crypto resources. Yep. We can scroll down.
Okay, so how do you use the bot? This one.
Green means that it's a buy or a long, or what would be a call in terms of options. Red means it's a short, like sell. So we can see today at 618, we got a long entry on Bitcoin. And the thing I like about the bots is like it'll tell you the potential profit percentage, and it tells you a target and a stop loss. If
Wow.
Bitcoin drops with low $27,305, you should close your position there. Now, one thing I like to do is I pay attention to Bitcoin and Ethereum here. And when I get longs on both of those, I'm in Riot and Marathon. I'm an options trader through and through. I use this information to also trade options with the group. And also, for my own long-term investing, like, I don't know, like, okay, let me sell some Bitcoin at this price so I can buy some more this weekend at a lower rate because it's going to drop. But this is information that I use. This comes through at some crazier times. It usually revolves around the Chinese market. So, you might get a prompt here, but where it says crypto/Forex, if we can right click there at the top.
Hold on. Crypto / what was it?
Go up a little bit, go up one. No, right there where it says crypto/Forex, the category. Right click that. Let's mute that until you turn back on. And this way she can check it. We can check it periodically. Maybe it's Saturday night and you want to make a couple of trades, or you're thinking about hopping into a long or a short position on Riot or Marathon or, Coinbase, whatever you trade around crypto. But in the meantime, we can mute the channel. You guys don't have to know everything that pops up there.
Perfect. So I'm going to stop
Big
sharing.
thing here. Yep.
Questions. Floor is open for you guys.
Yes, please talk to me.
I have a question, but I'm at the airport, so it may be a little noisy.
Okay.
With the calls, when y'all make the calls throughout the day and in the morning, maybe I missed it. I don't remember seeing it, but is it like how many people are making the calls, and who, like, is it a designated channel where the calls are being posted so that we know that this is, the call that y'all making?
Right. So you can pick which channel you want to focus. You can look at all of us when you're inside of here, or just the day trade. So day trades, those are going to be ones we're getting in and out on the day. Now, Core said he's only probably going to be doing SPX, but if you're looking for my day trades, they're going to be in my Kbdb channel. Now you will see these light up once they do the trades, but Tim puts his out in the morning. So you can see here once he posted, and let me look at that time again for Tim. And see where those were set. So that was 7:34. Hold on, I'm moving fast. So you can have those levels set on your chart and trade in between those levels. He already had calls above this level, puts below this level. So if we get to those levels, we already know where we're taking. You got an hour before the market opens to, label your chart. Saber,
Okay, thank you.
Come off mute and ask your question, Saber.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah, well,
I was just wanting to ask, I'm new. I'm one of Chassie's newer students. So I don't know a whole lot, but I was just wondering if you guys were going to, or does each person give their own, I guess, sessions or something that teach you more about what's going on in these channels?
yes, we do. I do also expound on the format and the signaling guide. so you guys are able to more easily follow my trades. But yeah, we do expound on it. Also, too, in the group, there are a lot of resources. Chaz, do you mind scrolling down some? There's a whole education/resources channel.
Resource.
And even, yep, we can see stock terminology. If you could you click that? We scroll up a little bit. And you can just click any of those pictures. What I also have people do is I have them take these and save them in their phones. Just some, trader vernacular, some trader talk, going short, going long, PT, price target. You guys will hear us mention resistance levels, what a recession is, OTC, things that we put together to make things a little bit easier. But if you even want to further delve in and kind of do some independent work, we have what I call an investor library. So Google Drive, can you click that there? And I've read most of these books. Can we make it so you have thumbnails?
Over here.
Yeah, click that square thing so we can see some pictures.
Oh, I have too much crap open.
But
There we go.
here goes some books that you guys can further read, further study. You guys have access to this as long as you're in the group as well. Things that'll help you get better at trading, swinging, strategies, investing.
You don't have to go out somewhere else. These are your resources right here. Like, what's the best book to read? Pick one and go for it. We have the documentation here. You don't
The
have to
Daily Trading
go to
Coach
Trade It for
is a
Dummies.
mm-hmm.
And I've never clicked on this, so I'll probably be picking up one of these to read this summer.
Please.
I honestly have never read one trading book.
The
No.
Daily Trading Coach is a really good book.
This one I've looked at. I think I have this one on my phone because I think Brianna mentioned it, but I haven't read not one book. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So
Yeah, that book right there too is really good. The one about price action and analysis. Actually, I really like all of these books. And this is probably took about 3-4 years to go through all of them. They're not all very interesting. They're not all fun and games. But it's work. And you guys are more than capable. But this is just another resource, another thing that I wanted to share, where I wanted us to kind of have not only the best traders in one spot, but the most information and the most resources. Like she said, a one-stop shop for everything. The Walmart of trading, if you would. Get everything with us.
right.
Our analysts will be doing, and we're going to put together a master schedule, and our analysts are going to be doing classes periodically at their leisure whenever they're ready. I think LC wants to do a DMR class before the summer is over. You guys will have access and be able to register for that. Tim is going to do another class. I know Chaz is going to come in and do something after June. I don't know, she'll be teaching ATR or whatever. It's up to her. And I'm sure she'll keep you guys updated, and you guys will have discounts and access to that as well. And I'm always doing things throughout the year. So it's all about helping you guys make money and just kind of be better prepared to go on and move forward. And
Left one thing off court that I wanted to mention. The talk channel where you do a couple of, is it the voice channel. So sometimes
yes,
we do live trading together, quarter come on and have live trading, and there are multiple of us that are experienced traders, calling trades, signaling,
that's fun.
where you're not even, you don't have to just look at the chat, you can listen to us call it. We don't do it that often, but it's something I want to bring back. And then I can share my screen. So this is where I'll be loading that recording and you can see me live trade. So if I'm taking some trades, you can hop on and watch me live for a few hours. And that way I don't have to go to Facebook. I don't have to go to StreamYard. Everything will be exclusively here and you can hop on with me and trade with me
I'll
live.
have to do that again. I know you said you transition over completely June 1st. Let's make a thing of it. Let's trade live June 1st. I'm gonna put in my
Okay.
calendar, my phone. I'll log on early that morning.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get some work in as a group, as a tribe, as a family.
We'll do June 1st, and it might be a little trash because what's the first one? It's a Thursday. It may consolidate a little bit, but still, we're gonna get it in. So
All
yeah,
right, let's do it. I'm with it. And I'll be calling, and I will say too, the voice channels, much better experience if you prefer to trade SPY or SPX. because you guys are often on voice, they're getting things 2 or 3 minutes before I'm able to type it up and get it to everybody else. Get the best fills on voice.
That's my thing that I really wanted to bring. Like, it's hard for me to take a screenshot, send y'all the trade, get in the trade, test the trade, because a lot of times me and Court, we're in the trades before we give them to y'all because we're taking the pullback. We're seeing how it adjusts. So we've already been in it for like a minute. Then we got to type it out and give it to you. So now we lose a minute. So that can be time consuming. We just want to get better and faster. We can just call it, hey, SPY 413 call, watch the level.
Mhm.
Once I said, boom,
Yeah.
you can hop straight in and then take your guidance from there. Hey, I'm hopping back out, or I got 30% and we're done and go. Sometimes those scalping trades take 5 or 10 minutes. But again, I do want to bring live trading back to
That'd
you
be
all, and
fun.
I'm going to bring it over there. It's just going to be easier. And again, $100 a month. We've already cleared. I've cleared it this week. I don't know who else haven't. So next week, leading up, we got another whole week that I'm gonna help you guys. I'm gonna do my best to get on with some live trading to get that $100 for you guys, so y'all can get your subscription together. Because June 1, I don't want to hear no sob stories. I can't trade today. I don't have it. I'm gonna
I
help.
expect everybody who's on this call to pull up June 1st and trade with us live in the morning. I look forward to it and interacting with you all.
Can I just pop in real fast, y'all? I just
Yeah.
want to say something really fast. So, one, great call. I think anybody who missed it definitely is going to want to watch the replay so they can have some clarity and understanding. But the biggest thing I want to say for everybody here is before June 1st, really assess your relationship with money and your tolerance for risk. Because one thing that they're saying is, yeah, we all the time. I be in trades all the time before I say anything because I don't know everybody's risk tolerance. And some people get overwhelmed, you get anxiety. So you really have to know who you are and know what your limits are. And one thing that I really think that we probably need to do another class on is trailing stops. I see a lot of people like, man, I should have got more. I could have got more. It's like, well, run the trail. Like, you can have a take profit set, you can have a trail set, but as long as your risk is eliminated, you can stay in the trade. But I think people get so anxious, and that's more of a mindset thing and a patience thing that we have to kind of keep talking about.
Thank you for sharing that. That's really wise. Chaz, you're gonna do a class on trailer stops? Brianna,
I
you
was
gonna
gonna
do?
ask Brianna because I just funded my TD, so I can do the trailing stop. But if Brianna can come through and do us one, that would be nice because I'm not the best at.
Open up the floor and to be able to do that. And yeah, you guys just let me know when. I would be happy to be part of that. And also to learn her strategy around it also.
Brianna, you got time? I know you be traveling.
Girl, don't do me. Yeah, what had happened was what had
Yeah.
happened. I won't be out of the country though for a little while. So yeah, we got time. And my kids gonna be done with school. So I'm so glad to be free. I'm getting rid of them. I'm putting them somewhere else, shipping them off.
But
People have that
let's
feature.
do a video or let's do it live, whichever one works for
Oh,
you.
we're gonna do it live and record it. I like live because I like people to ask questions because I think the thing about trailing stops are people, they say like, oh, well, what if it's too low? It can never be too low. Like, you got to have a minimum non-negotiable every day. If your minimum non-negotiable is 30%, don't run the trail till after that happens. But then if it run 130% and you caught it because your trailing stop is moving with it, it was an even better day. But
Yeah,
at a minimum, you still hit your minimum non-negotiable. It was still a great day.
I love how you call that a minimum non-negotiable. Wisdom. Great. Any more questions? I have to hop
People
off.
who
I'm sure you guys
doesn't
have
have
short
trailing stop, Brianna, I know TD does. Which platforms have trailing stops or brokerages?
I mean, I definitely use TD. That's my
CJ.
Fidelity. I think has it.
I think Fidelity, yeah. I also think too, with Webull, I don't use a trailing stop. But I taught people, we talked about using Active Trader on Webull. You need to have your Active Trader set up. An Active Trader will let you kind of go in and put trailing stops and hotkeys and different widgets before you even enter a trade. So it just makes trading that much easier. I suggest setting up your Active Trader on all your brokerages. They all have some type of feature that allows it. And they don't talk about it. The game is rigged. Your brokerage is really, it's not designed for you to win. That's why you have to pay for up to the minute information, which should be free and you shouldn't have to select it, but I won't get too much into all that stuff. But yeah, set up your active trader on Webull. And if you need help doing so, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, I have
I
to.
really forgot about that active trader on Webull, but yeah, absolutely. So, can you do it on E-Trade too? Can you trail on E-Trade?
Yeah, E-Trade has some features like that. I don't really do it too much because, you know, I'm really actively trading. I don't have like a job outside of trading. So
Right.
I'm actively watching my trades, but I'll check on that now.
Just let me know, because then I'll kind of try to do I'm a green person, so I'm definitely like here's the notes and the video. And
Yes.
so I'll type up some notes to go with the video. So just let me know what they have. And I have an E-Trade account. I think I have an account everywhere.
Yes.
Even
Me too. I trade
like when you start trading, like I think I opened an account everywhere, but then I kind of gravitated to being in a place more than other places. But yeah, I'll definitely do that before the class, and then we can schedule the class.
Perfect. Well, I think we got some plans lined up for a couple of questions to go over trailing stops, go over active keys and Webull. Yeah, few brokerages. So we're gonna set all of that up. Anybody, Shay, thank you for hopping on. I'm about to let everybody go because I have a session to hop into, but I am gonna get the recording out to everybody, and I hope this clears it up. If you have any questions, after this, hit me up, send me a DM, and we can definitely talk about it. I'm here to help everybody. Again, this transition is going to be great for all of us, and we're here to help you win. So I appreciate y'all time, and we will get this out to y'all. I'll get it probably out later tonight or early in the morning, and we might. What's tomorrow, Thursday? No, I thought I was going to have a live session in the morning, but it might have to be pushed to Friday. But I appreciate you all, and y'all have a good night.
I didn't want to interrupt while y'all was talking, but I just needed to ask her about the small accounts of what, how many signals that he used. I mean, I'm sorry, how many he would have in there, and if there's any that would be like on long term.
So the small account, he doesn't. He has a swing trade account in there, not in the small account. So sometimes he has a swing where it may go a day or two like that. I think it was a swing trade. But I got out of it like Monday, but it hit today. So each particular trading style will have its own channel. And it could vary. Usually he gives about at least one trade a day that goes 100%, and it can vary from 1 to about 10 trades. If we have CPI data or Fed meetings, that we may say we're going to hold and not trade today, or there may only be one and we'll halt. So it just all depends on the setup on that day about how many trades. But between the 5 or 6 analysts, we should have between 5 and 10 trades a day.
And this is in the small accounts?
No, not inside the small account, just each channel. A smaller account can vary from 1 to 5 trades a day.
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm not sure if y'all saw the chat, but Court put up special offers and help should be coming out in your emails. So be sure to make sure you check your emails. I appreciate everybody showing up, and y'all have a good night.